I'm pretty sure you don't need to bring an entire severed head.
Hey, welcome to episode 6 of Rory's 7 Gates campaign, which everyone knows is called Bird Story.
Perhaps.
We're going to recap briefly what we've been doing, or where we were. It's been about, 2 or 3 months since we played? More than that? Lockdown happened.
Probably like 6 months.
It's been a really long time, so none of us really remember. So Rory, take it away. Fill us in.
Well, the battle between order and chaos has been waging for, 5 episodes now, with the forces of order, myself, the Lich, ruling my nation through peace and harmony and precise executions. However,
really good.
Yeah, until
Trains have run on time, I've heard.
Until a beautifully and otherwise perfectly executed plan of annihilating the entire rebellion army by blowing them all up at once, I accidentally blew myself up as well, and a bunch of nerds found my skull and have been carrying me around ever since while they go around just sowing disharmony in my beautiful evil kingdom. They've tried to solve a mystery very poorly, didn't really get anywhere with that. They attacked some people that were just cleaning up some corpses that had been left lying around. They took part in and completely disrupted perfectly legal proceedings of an execution. Yes, an execution. Yeah. They sold some corpses to some people. They tried to send off someone down through the sewers, get them out of the city.
We got some magic rings.
Yeah, you got some magic rings, and decided to put 2 of them on someone to see if they would kill them.
Did we do that, or did we just talk about it?
Almost.
Yeah.
What happens if you put someone who's already asleep to sleep?
Yeah.
They go one level deeper.
I remember Jerry Berta tried to propose to a witch hunter in order to slap the ring on him.
Oh yeah, that was a beautiful moment.
That rings a bell. Yeah.
So
I am a real romantic, aren't I?
if I remember rightly, their most recent plan was, in order to get out of the city without having any questions asked of them, they decided to get a witch hunter's badge. Although they'll probably need 4, but I'm sure 1 will do. So their plan was to drop off the 2 individuals that they saved from the execution and promptly wanted to get rid of. And they are...
We're done with them.
Once they drop them off in the sewers, the plan was to find a way into the Witch Hunters Academy. They've bluffed their way in, but it's not what I would call a watertight bluff. And after that, they will grab some badges and get out.
Now let's just really quickly remind ourselves what that bluff was.
I think we'd convinced a witch hunter, the same one you proposed to, that we'd killed a Gandalf-type wizardy guy, and that we had his head because I'd done an illusion that showed a Gandalf head, and that we would. I think we would go back to the academy later to sort of start our application.
Yeah,
or
you were
something.
told to come at midnight with a magical artifact.
Right. So now we have no magical artifact.
We had the sleepy time rings.
Oh, we have the CB. Oh, yeah.
Didn't we give one to him?
No, we didn't. He
'Cause he
tried to
took
take one.
You sure? Because we've only got 1 on us now.
Maybe he did take one.
Because I thought we had to pay him and he confiscated it and that was our buy-in fee.
Oh, well, at least we have 2, so we haven't.
Well, we can't find it in our inventory, so...
It's gone now.
It's either that or it was mislaid along the
Or
way.
someone ate it.
Can we clarify why we want these badges?
Witch hunters are basically like the secret police of the liches of my domain, the lich's domain, and they go around confiscating any magical artifacts or the lives of any magic users that are quite dangerous.
Confiscating lives.
Yes. And because of that, you flash the witch hunter's badge and you can get in or out just about anywhere. No questions asked.
Cool. So we become all powerful within the Lich's nation, I guess.
Yeah.
I like it.
And it allows free passage. We were headed towards a market town overall? Wasn't
Yeah,
that
you're heading towards a trading town.
Yeah.
It was the Lich wanted us to go north to his citadel or something, right? Or something.
Yeah.
The Lich let slip
Yeah.
that he was going to be reborn far in the north.
Right.
You overheard him saying
Yeah,
that to
yeah.
one of his commanders.
And there was some wise woman in some village, right, that might be able to help us.
Yes,
That
you
I knew
you
from
remembered
my-
one of your competitors,
Yeah.
another seller of magical
Yeah.
wares.
Yeah.
Though no
Hers
idea.
were legit though, so she had a disadvantage.
Didn't we also have information on where the resistance was regrouping?
Yes, their secret base in the mountains is where they're regrouping, and that was your plan was to send those two that you rescued through the underground back to their secret base, super secret mountain base.
So where are we now?
A small family cabin in the swamplands. The five of you.
Wait, how did we get there?
Wait a minute. Well, I remember. Do you remember how the last episode ended?
Oh, I remember. Yes.
You remember that?
Oh.
Like you remember there was an army or something.
Yes, there was an army that had just
Okay.
entered the city.
Oh, I remember now.
Yeah.
Best boy.
So the five of you are sitting around a table, sipping soup.
What kind of soup?
Chicken.
Okay, I'm happy with that.
Yeah,
That was such strategy.
It was weird that you specifically ordered the chicken. They didn't even serve it. Like, it wasn't on the menu. They had to go out and get the chicken.
I have specific demands.
It was their pet chicken too. They didn't even want.
I'm hungry. I'm a hungry.
Hungry bird?
Its
Yeah, I'm trying out cannibalism. Don't judge me.
The chicken's name was Gerald. You're eating Gerald.
Aw.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
that's a nice name.
you appear to be in a small hut. Looks quite homely, but not big. Whoever lives here is definitely not wealthy. The five of you, well, each you all look around the table and see at the table two young human girls, a human woman in her early 20s, a human child, and one young imp boy. Over the stove, off to the side, a woman is cooking. Three of you are in the bodies of these children, and you are unable to act. All you're doing is able to witness. However, Bog can... You don't realize the others can't act. You don't even realize the others are in the room, but you can move, you can think and
Do
feel.
I look like myself?
A
corpse?
You...
My beautiful corpse self?
There's no mirrors around. There is a bowl of soup. So
I
you
look
take a
into
look
the
into the soup. It's a bit oily on top, so you get a bit of a reflection. You look a little bit like yourself, but without any of the rot or decay. And it's a bit hard to say because you're pretty dang rotten.
Yeah.
No offense. But this looks like a young human woman
Okay.
that you don't really recognize. But it is a sort of familiar feeling. You sort of move your hands around and
I
they
don't
respond
have my
more actively.
additional spider arms.
You don't have any extra
Oh.
arms of any kind.
Darn. Who have I
Um,
become?
No weapons
It's
save
not
the,
even worth living.
Yeah.
Wait, so
save the knife and fork on the table. No
Just-
weapons.
just for my peace of mind, we were in a city. It got invaded. We all magically fell asleep and woke up, not being able to move.
I didn't say anything about magically falling asleep.
This is us now. Accept
Okay.
it.
I'm
I'm a little boy now. Let's move on.
I like how you just accept you're the imp boy and me and Blake are the girls.
Yeah, I mean, I am an imp.
Yeah.
I didn't say I was the little imp boy.
So off to the side, a woman who looks to be perhaps 40 is working over a pot. She whips around as there's a crunch outside the door, and then a bang on the door, and it kicks open. A man who looks taller and wider than any of you've seen in quite a while bursts into the room, splintering the door, yelling as he enters, "Where's the money, Marith?" Shouting out. Everyone sort of around you sort of huddles. The three of you other than Bog sort of huddle to the side, and the burly man starts stalking over to the woman by the pot.
Can I throw my soup at him?
You may throw your soup at him.
Nice.
Skill check for throwing soup at this big burly man.
How do I do
what a
skill
waste.
checks? I forget.
Just take a card from the top
Okay.
of that.
Gerald, no.
Blank one.
Oh, then
That's
Scott
wild
go
card.
again.
Okay. Okay. Out of failure, I throw soup on myself.
Wait, you can use a vigor.
No,
I
you
do
can't.
not want to
You
use
don't
a vigor
have
on
any.
soup.
She doesn't have any of those
Oh,
skill
no.
abilities.
Uh-oh.
The bowl sort of flips in your hand and lands on your lap, and it's quite hot. You scream.
Ah!
The man turns around as you've drawn his attention. Says, "Not now, little one. I'm about to school your mother." And he continues stalking towards the
Can
woman.
I run at him?
You can run at him. Yeah, he's about 3 times your size.
I do it anyway.
Okay. What are you gonna? So you've reached him. You've run
I run
at
at
him.
him, and
He's basically ignoring you, assuming you're nothing.
Can I pick up a fork?
You can grab a fork from the table.
Can I stab him with in the back of his knee?
Go ahead and make a skill check for a knee stab.
Excellent attempt.
Oh. Well, that draws blood, that's for sure, and he sort of buckles on one knee.
Do you have a catchphrase or anything?
I say catchphrase. That's it.
Fuck you!
I mean, I was thinking fuck you as well.
That would be the obvious one.
Yeah.
He growls and turns around and just backhands you across the face, sending you spinning.
He says fuck you.
He says, "How dare you? I'll crush you for that." He backhands you, sending you flying across the room, crashing into some boxes against a wall, and is now stalking towards you. You see your mother, ? Behind him, and she grabs a pan from the stove.
Get him.
But he's coming at you fast. What are you going to do?
Do I still have my fork?
No, it's embedded in his leg. Sorry.
Are there any other things I can grab?
You rifle around in the boxes behind you, and it looks like it's mostly wool. Just a whole
Wool.
bunch of wool.
All right.
Yeah.
What can I do with this?
But there are splinters from the box that you landed on as
How
well.
big are they?
About half an arm's length.
All right, pick up one.
Yep. Okay.
And
you sort of unsteadily get to your
yeah,
feet.
is he running at me?
He is menacingly stalking towards you,
Okay.
and he's pulled the fork from his leg.
Oh, he has the fork now.
He's got the
Okay.
fork now.
Shit, that changes everything. Okay, I want to go for his other knee.
Okay. It's going to be a little trickier because
Yeah.
he's facing you now.
Yeah.
But you are low to the ground, so go for it. You can shuffle the deck first if you want to increase
Oh, okay.
your
Should put
chances.
those
up.
Yeah, shuffle them back in. Yeah. Okay.
I'm good
So
at
mysterious.
shuffling.
And we're just watching.
just
you.
watching me.
You're terrified.
So
Like, smack
we
around.
we're in the bodies of those children, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
Probably
at least
can't move.
personally,
Oh, we're-
you feel like you are. You don't.
We're seeing through the eyes.
You're
of
seeing
those
through the eyes of
children.
those kids.
Okay.
Excellent attempt.
Excellent attempt. So you get in and you just. What are you going to do with the fork to his knee?
The splinter. I
Oh,
wanna,
yeah.
I want to stab it through his knee to
Like-
cripple his knee.
Like
So
round
he-
the side of the kneecap.
Yeah, I want to
sort of.
pop his kneecap off.
Pop it off!
You jab it.
Soda bottle.
Like a wine cork.
You jab it in there, and he's pretty tough, and you're not
Wiggle
the
it
strongest, but yeah, you jab it in there. His knee sort of buckles, and he falls and lands on it, and he lands on the splinter, and it just goes all
Yes.
the way in there. And he collapses to the ground, and he roars in pain. And the mother, who was about to hit him with a pan, just drops it and just yells to all the other kids, like, "We've got to get out of here now!" And as you make your way out the door, that you hear the man screaming behind you, "I'm going to find you, and I'm going to kill you, and I'm going to bring you back, and I'm going to kill you again!" And everything fades away.
Ooh.
And now the 5, if you include the lich, I suppose, are lying face down in a room. The room is a big, empty stone room. It looks like there's some dimly lit torches on the walls. It looks sort of like there's some spiky protrusions coming out of the walls. But nothing seems to be stirring in the room at the moment.
Are we now?
You're now in control of yourselves. You're back in your usual bodies.
Okay.
I start
Oh, this feels much
touching
better.
myself to make sure I'm still who I am.
I say not in public.
I realize I am now a golem again.
Yeah.
our weapons and stuff?
You have your weapons. There's no sign of the two people that you were going to drop down the well, and no sign of Nerb.
No!
I say, I just had the best dream.
I want to like jump up like I'm like mid like still in the fight. Like I pull out my axe and I'm like, ah!
You go for the nearest kneecap.
Yeah, I start swinging.
You three of you, excluding Gollum, hear a voice in your head. Well, that was fascinating. I wonder, which of you was that? Was that your memories?
I think that was my memory.
I
was clearly
back
the
when you were a
center
little
point of
girl.
that encounter.
Curious.
I don't think it was my memory.
I want to pull out the lich out of my chest cavity.
Yeah.
What was that?
It seems like someone's playing with your minds. I'm assuming we're back in reality, but I wouldn't entirely bet on it.
How do we know if this is reality or not?
I mean,
Whose memory?
it
is
depends
this
what
now?
your definition of reality is, really.
Okay, let's
if we're
not
getting
get-
subjective. Yeah.
I pinch Jackalow to see if we're dreaming.
You feel a strong pinch.
Oh, do I still have my...
Bird claws.
I didn't feel any of that. I think we might still be asleep.
I pinched Jackal. I pinched myself again.
Wake up!
Get me out of this nightmare.
Do I have
It
all my
feels-
spider arms?
You have the spider arms.
This is real. Life is good. I don't care if this isn't real. This is all I need.
Realer. So you now have a chance to look around the room a bit more. It's at first you thought it was empty, other than the torches on the wall, but you see now there are 4 runes on the floor, sort of equidistant from each other, all spaced around.
Can I just quickly clarify something? Would have that been the first time I've ever dreamt in my life?
Was it? Do you
Yes.
think it was? Yeah, it was the first
I
time.
don't
you
know what's
dreamt.
going on.
Yeah, so that was a very weird experience. You're not used to out of body experiences.
Yeah.
You're in your body all the time, your
What's-
entire life.
What's
so.
going on, everyone? What was that about?
do
Was
you
that
mean?
the first time I've ever dreamed as well?
That you
From
can
my
remember,
memory?
yeah.
Whoa!
I had this dream where I was
Crazy.
attacking a little girl.
What?
What? What?
Excuse me?
Huh?
That was a different dream.
What do you mean?
You already told us about that dream. That was 2 days ago.
Yeah. I just reminded
You
me
just
of
still
that.
up there.
The happiest you've ever been.
I want to have a look at those runes.
Okay, you walk a little closer. They look like they're carved into the stone. How are you going to interact with them?
I'm just gonna rub my feathers on it,
Okay.
just
Um,
dust it off, and also kind of just enjoy the texture of it.
Everything you say is bad.
it you
Just really take
Kneeling
pleasure in
on a
it.
wall now.
can you give me a skill check to investigate it?
I think
Yep.
I would just be looking at him perplexed, like...
Overwhelming success.
Oh man.
This looks like, although it appears,
Now who's the weirdo, huh?
Still you.
yeah, still. You investigate, and at first it looks magical, but it's just a really ornate pressure plate. So you find if you were to put pressure on it, I'm not gonna say you put pressure on it unless you want to, but if you want to put pressure on it, it looks like it would do something.
Golem, I found a big button. You want to press it?
Yep.
Okay.
I stand back.
I stand up and I like examine the rune first to see if I've seen it before or it looks familiar.
Do you have that thing you do? That golem spinny thing you used to do where you
Yeah,
T-pose and
what
then
was
you
Oh,
that?
I can
go
T-pose,
into
yeah.
detective vision?
What was that thing? Yeah, that was like detective mode
Yeah.
or something. You turn into a spinning pylon and just scan the...
That's at the start of combat.
Oh no! You do have the racial ability to
Okay.
just investigate,
sweet.
detective vision.
I will stand
Yeah.
in the middle of the room, T-pose, and start spinning around and examine the surroundings.
Is there enough... Like, how big is this room?
It is.
Is he going to clothesline us?
no. There's plenty of space in the room.
Okay.
We're good.
While he's doing that, I'd like to grab a torch off the wall.
It looks to be firmly affixed to the wall. You can't just pull it off.
Okay.
One does not simply
Can I
pull
pull
a
off
torch.
one of my arms and light it on fire and give it to him?
You may, yes.
Like that.
It flops around a bit. It's a little pungent. The room is now full of the smell of burning flesh.
It's making me kind of hungry. It's really weird.
So it looks like these indentations on the wall. It looks like a lot of the parts in this room appear to be able to move. Those 4 runes that looks like they're on some sort of platform that doesn't seem to move, but lots of other parts of the room appear to be able to move around.
Okay.
And you notice that there are indentations in all the runes on all the tiles on the floor that look like spikes could come out of them.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So should we all go to a rune and we'll press at the same time?
So all the traps trigger at once?
Yeah.
So we all died instantly with
We died
no
together.
suffering? Yeah.
Beautiful.
Suicide pact?
Can I just quickly look at all the runes to see if there's a pressure pad under each of them? I assume there is.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
all of them appear to be a pressure pad.
Do the runes have spike holes in them?
They do not.
Okay, so now that we understand that the spikes may come out, do we know that we can safely stand on a pressure plate rune and not get spiked if spikes do come out?
That seems to be the best you can work out from both your understanding of the pressure plates and Gollum's investigation of the room. One thing I should also note that Gollum notices is that there's quite a few spider webs around the place. Some of
Big
them
ones?
reasonably large, larger than the average spider web.
So if we get hungry, we'll be fine.
Okay, well...
How tall is the ceiling?
Spider web.
Do you want me to
Candy
give me a
floss.
spot check to see if you
How
can?
do- okay.
Yeah, just.
I
the
look
one from-
up.
Yeah.
Out of failure.
It
My head
looks.
falls off.
It's. We tilt your neck a little bit too far back, and everyone gets a good look at your spinal column.
Can I take off my cape, wrap it around my hand, and clean the spider webs?
off the wall.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do
Um,
that then.
your cape is now covered in spider webs.
Nice.
Cool. But now we're in a clean room.
Now you're in a clean room.
Are there any there's no holes that spiders could crawl out of or anything like that?
Sounds like there's a lot of holes that spiders could crawl out of, potentially.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there any indentation where a door could be, or?
Doesn't look like anything of the
The
kind.
runes, are they all the same rune? Or are they all different? Or are there ones that...
They're all the sort of same ornate pattern, really.
Okay.
Is there some kind of because I know there's a pressure plate. Is there kind of grooves that look like they go towards traps or in the floor at all that seem like there's some kind of pattern?
No, your detective vision is kind of giving you the idea that these are quite static.
Okay.
They haven't had much movement at
All right.
all.
I guess we'll just stand on one of them.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Just one?
Yeah,
or-
just one for now.
Okay.
See what they do.
So you stand on.
Can I pick which one?
Yes,
So are they in a square?
they are in a square pattern. So you sort
Okay.
of one at each corner of the room.
So I will stand on the one furthest from everybody at the moment. So just say the back
Okay.
left corner or something.
Are there any spike holes around us where we're standing?
Yes, the platforms you're standing on right now have
Oh.
spike holes.
Do you guys want
underneath
to climb on
Ah,
top of me or
Yeah,
something?
probably move away from the spikes before I stand on the.
Yeah, we want to be...
Do you want to climb up on me and I
I'll
can carry you guys?
perch on Bog's shoulders.
Yeah.
Is there patches of the ground that have no spikes? Have no spike holes?
it. They're either pressure plates or spike holes.
Get up here.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Grab him.
You can't
Can
carry
we,
on.
all,
I'm strong.
can we all fit on a pressure plate?
Yes.
Okay, so we
Hell
should all
yeah.
stand on the
Maybe we
same
should
one.
all climb on
Yeah,
you
let's all
because
climb
you're
on
like
you.
a giant,
Okay, I'll just-
giant guy.
I stay on Bog and let Bog climb on Gold.
All right.
I'll climb on top with both of them.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'll just
yeah.
go T-pose. You have
Yeah.
one arm, Bob
Yeah,
can have the other
sweet.
arm.
I feel like it's quite cramped at the top.
Yeah.
It's fine.
How high up is the roof?
It looks
Well, Bob
to
couldn't
be. Yeah, it's too high
Too
to really
high.
get a
Too dark?
good look.
Then
It's
we're
sort of
fine. We're
shrouded
fine.
in darkness.
All right.
Cool. So everyone stands on me T-pose, and I'll slowly walk on one of the
Actually-
switches.
You seeing as you're looking at the roof, can you give me a skill check to take a good look and see what you can see
Okay.
up there?
More
Excellent attempt.
Oh, nice.
You
You look
see
up.
something moving in there for a second, but then everything's still. But it's too dark to see what's up
You
there.
still have a flaming arm you could chuck up there.
I think there's something
True.
moving up there.
I also I can do some flame
Oh no.
control.
Control and
There's
Control is not the right word, but
You can do things with flame.
You can do some
I
flame.
can do stuff with fire, and there's a lot of burning torches here. I've got a flaming hand. I'd like to try to get the flame from one of the torches and sort of send it up
Okay.
into the darkness of the ceiling.
Okay, give me a skill check to throw. Do you want to throw it to where? I'm just going to throw it.
I just want to throw it straight
Just hurl it up.
So like
Okay.
a flare.
like a
You
like a
want to
flare.
maybe catch it when it comes back down, or just see what happens?
We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Everyone get ready to make to dodge.
Let's not yell out and try and communicate. Let's just throw fire.
Yep, go for it.
Excellent attempt.
Okay, so you fling the arm up into the roof, up towards the ceiling.
Well, I want to keep the arm.
All right, you're
I
just
want that
sending
back.
fire.
I want to send because you're saying there's torches around on the walls. I want the flame from the nearest torch to go shooting up into the ceiling,
Okay.
like a flare, exactly like a flare.
You
So I'm concentrating on this
yeah.
flame.
Are we laying an egg?
He's trying.
you send the fire ricocheting up towards the ceiling.
Yeah.
And for a second, illuminated by the fire, you see a colossal spider. And then
It blows
the
it out.
spider and the fire is gone.
That's not great.
Okay, so spider or traps?
Jump on the trap right now.
Maybe if we lower the spider down, we can activate the traps
Ooh, yeah.
I'm just going to put this spider model up here on the
on the
mic.
microphone.
Well, that's terrifying.
Oh, awful.
Being scared of the spider, I walk on one of the pressure plates.
Okay, you stand on one and it goes clunk, and then nothing happens.
We did it!
Alright.
Oh. Jack and Splat Part 2.
Oh no!
So,
Guys, that's praise!
He just healed his legs.
Yeah, just heal my legs.
this time we'll chuck the bird up because he can fly.
That is not a Jack and Splat.
That's something else entirely.
Yeah,
Harvin Splat.
that's Jerry and
Jerry
Splat.
and Splat.
Totally splat. But you said there's 4 pressure plates, right?
We could
I think we just all
Yeah.
stand on one each.
Okay,
see what
I think that's what we're
happens.
doing.
everyone standing on a pressure plate.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't
Um,
like how happy
clunk,
you are about that.
Clunk, clunk. Each of them goes down as you stand on it, and then as the last one goes down, all of the platforms surrounding you, bar one, fall away, and underneath them are spikes. Just spikes. Just nasty looking spikes.
I mean, like,
Great.
we
Yeah.
knew it was
Who
going to
could
happen.
see this coming?
Guys, there were spikes there the whole time.
Well, instead of the spikes coming up, the floor went down.
which is worse.
That's it. I didn't expect that.
Also, the roof, you hear a clunk, clunk, clunk from
Oh,
the
right.
roof, and now becoming visible, these spikes are starting to come down from above. In the center of the room, there is a small platform about the size, and only big enough for one of you to stand on. And as you look up as the spikes come down, you see that there is a gap in the spikes large enough for that one platform to be safe.
I jumped straight away.
Onto the central platform? Okay. So you are now standing on the central platform.
Oh, I didn't do a check for that. Just did it.
It's not that far
Oh, cool.
to get to it.
You can fly, right?
I can
You
glide,
can
a
glide
little bit.
down.
Okay.
Let me just grab
Do you want me to try and
small
do the
platform.
whole Atlas thing and, like,
Yeah,
hold the roof
do it.
up?
Oh, that'd be cool. Can you throw Jerry up?
Why does everybody want me to... Stop throwing me into spikes, guys!
You might survive this.
So
So-
you're now standing in the central platform. It's
Okay.
a little bit rocky. You land on it and it starts to sort of wobble a bit, but then it holds its position. It holds your weight. It could probably maybe hold Golem's weight.
Probably.
But multiple people on this might cause it to collapse. It doesn't seem the strongest of platforms.
So when he left the platform, when he left his pressure plate, was there any kind of click, any sound, anything?
Yes,
change?
it went clunk again.
Did anything
Did
stop?
the roof stop moving?
Yeah.
The roof slowed down slightly. Probably. You think maybe you're imagining it?
Okay. One more question. Am I tall enough to, like, form a bridge between the two pressure plates?
Yes, but when I say spikes are coming from above, there's only just enough space for the tiny platform in the center to not be in the spikes.
Oh, no, I'm thinking about making a bridge and then people stand on me and then nobody's on the pressure plate, so the room stops going.
Ah, sneaky. Yep. Well, that sounds reasonable. You might be able to reach across.
Okay. Should I
Probably
try?
not.
No?
Probably
Okay.
not. It's a little bit far.
Would
yeah,
I
it's
be
an
able
entire
to like
tile's
hold
length,
out a
actually.
hand and grab him so we can?
One person on each side, grabbing in the middle. Yeah, if you could not.
Oh man.
I got a lot of arms.
You need some real core strength.
The physics of this does not really work that well.
A
There's not
flimsy
really
corpse
much.
and a giant stone.
There's currently nothing to grip onto tight
Okay.
enough that you guys would be able to hold together.
Damn.
The spikes below, are they
Do we
far
also
enough
get block
apart
on
from
this?
each other that if we're careful we could like slip down between them?
You could until the spike from above comes in to
Yeah.
meet in
You know-
the middle.
I'm just gonna ask, can I try communicating with the spider?
Go for it.
Oh god.
Spider!
Yes.
Oh,
Hey! Could you help us, please?
That's not really how the test works.
Oh no, it's a test.
I hate tests.
What's the answer?
That's also not really how tests work.
You guys got any ideas?
Isn't the spider gonna come down and get squished as well?
Spiders are pretty.
Where is the
resourceful.
spider standing on the roof?
You can't see up in the darkness.
I like to
You can't see the spider up there.
Send another flare if I may.
Okay.
Can we just... Spider, can you weave a web for us?
Again, not really how this test works.
Then why are you even here?
to observe.
Oh, dang it.
Do we have any rope or anything on us?
Did
Like an
you
alpaca
guys
or-
have any? Were you prepared enough to bring any rope? Is
I
anyone
don't
the
thi-
kind
I-
of person?
honestly- I can't
remember
say
ever
we
needing-
were.
I don't.
That does. That seems too sensible.
We've got my cloak.
We've got
that's
arms that
covered
we
in-
can link
We got
together.
a ton of
Yeah.
arms. That's all.
I guess my cape's covered in spider webs, if that helps.
Hmm.
Well, I don't think so.
rub them on the spikes and see
Yeah.
if anything happens.
Oh.
They dissolve the spikes.
That's a good point. How far are the spikes below us? Like,
Below you?
yeah, can I reach out and touch one?
You could reach out and grab one, yes.
Can I reach out and try and touch one?
Yes.
See if it's solid.
Yep, it appears to be made of some kind of strong wood.
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 Yes. These
Oh.
are wooden
Great.
spikes. They're polished, ornate spikes.
Yep.
But they're wooden, yes.
So,
Jackalope.
set them on fire?
Wait, so we can burn and get squished and eaten by spiders?
Yes.
It's the only way to go.
I would like to set the room on fire.
Give me a skill check.
Everyone's
to set-
stoked about this. I can't believe it.
So, just tell me before you pull the card from the top of the deck, what is your goal with this fire? What is your, what sort of level of incineration are we talking about?
All right.
here?
You know what? Let's be sensible about this. Let's just burn one patch of spikes away, and we can, instead of the entire.
The
Is
thing
it
about
room?
fire is it doesn't really stay in one spot.
I can
when there's a
control
bunch of
fire.
flame.
You've seen me do it.
I've seen you set yourself on fire. And that doesn't feel like control.
First thing I'm going
us.
to do, I'm going to take a vial of oil and throw it at the patch of spikes that I want to incinerate.
Okay.
Before you set this on fire, Spider, we're gonna set this room on fire unless you help us.
We've solved. I shout out. We have solved your puzzle, Spider. The
I
answer.
guess that's one way of looking
The
at
answer
it.
is fire.
Wait, so I can also control elements, right?
You
To a
can...
point.
To a point, yes.
Yeah. So could I, after you set them on fire, could I shoot a frost beam?
You could attempt to.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. I might do that, and then we can put it out.
Quick question just for visualization. So there are spikes on the bottom and the ceiling is just flat, or is there spikes on the ceiling? as
Spikes on
well?
the ceiling, and they are coming down. In
Okay,
fact, they're
so-
about halfway down
So
towards
if we
Yeah,
burn the
right
spikes
now.
down here, there's still spikes above going to squish us. Going to stab us.
There could be a door below.
This could be made of wood too.
Honestly, it's our only solution at this point. So
I'm
I'm in
banking on a
favor.
door below.
Alright, let's do it.
Okay.
Can we not go under the middle platform if it's wobbly?
Can we just break all the platforms?
Yeah, well, that's. Oh,
Let's just break everything.
couldn't we just
Burn a path to the middle platform
Yeah.
and let's get underneath it.
Is the middle platform? Can I tell if the middle platform actually has anything underneath, or if it's like a
It is a
column the entire
It's a
way?
stone column,
But it
a
is, like,
rather
rickety.
rickety stone
It is
column.
rickety.
Yeah.
Oh.
If we smash
Yeah.
that,
So we
Yeah,
just
just
break
break it.
down.
yeah,
and
we can
smash
all
it.
just like stand in the middle. And
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Okay.
do that.
But I'm still gonna need to burn.
I mean, yeah. Obviously.
I'm committed.
Do it.
All right.
Go for a skill check to set.
Okay, so actually, I've thrown a thing.
Yeah,
of
you
oil
already
at
threw
it.
some oil down.
I'm gonna throw more oil around
So
the spikes
greasy down
around
there.
the center base.
Okay.
All right, so I would like to set those on fire using the torches to
Okay.
in the same way that I did before. All right, here we
Go
go.
for it.
Worthy attempt.
With the attempt. You drop fire onto the spikes, and they immediately, thanks to the oil, just burst into flame. And now you're surrounded by burning spikes.
I had a dream like this once.
They don't seem to be. They seem to be charring faster than they are, disintegrating. So they're still quite pointy and dangerous. The spikes from the ceiling are getting closer. It's probably not going to burn them away enough. The fire definitely won't be gone by the time you need to jump down there. But they are much more brittle than they were before.
Can we just start kicking them?
Yeah. Can I fire a frost beam at the same location?
Sure. So you go ahead and give a skill check to conjure the ice.
Utter failure.
Oh.
Do you have a card to re-roll that? An intelligence or whatever your central skill?
Vigor.
Vigor would probably work. Sure. You're a brutal spellcaster.
Fumble.
Fumble. It doesn't seem to be putting out the fire. The fire, thanks to the oil, is now burning too intensely
I did
to
too
be
much
able
of a
to.
job.
I'm gonna flap my wings.
Fan the flames.
I guess skill check.
Are we trying to destroy the spikes? Can I just start swinging my axe at them?
Fumble.
Fumble. So you fan the flames, and fanning oxygen onto the flame causes them to burn more intensely. The room is now starting to fill up with smoke.
Can I start swinging my
You can
axe?
start swinging your axe at them. Yes.
Fumble.
It's been a good campaign, guys.
Are you going to re-roll that, or are you? fine with-
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna leap onto the middle pillar where Jackal already is.
Success!
Overwhelming success. Okay, you smash away a whole bunch of the things, and they sort of collapse onto the ground.
Yeah.
Some of the fire is put out. You just said that.
I want to leap where Jackal is standing in the middle pillar.
Okay, so you jump to the pillar, and there is a resounding crack, and the pillar sort of drops a little bit, and then starts to tip to one side. That is not the side where the spikes have been destroyed.
I'll jump
direction.
on the other side.
On the other side.
So where the strikes have been destroyed,
Okay.
so we can aim the thing down.
It slows and then starts tipping back the other way to where all the spikes have been destroyed. You're falling very fast though, and there's still some spikes there.
Can I
And
smash the spikes before they hit the ground? Or?
You could if you jumped down to where the spikes are, but then you'll be underneath where the pillar's going to land.
Oh, beans.
Oh, dang.
I'll aim myself so my back will hit the ground first, and then the others will be on top of me.
Give me a skill check.
What a hero.
That's probably a bad. Excellent attempt.
Excellent attempt. You hit the ground hard, and it hurts. You take 4 damage from landing on the fire and the ground, but it's everyone else is saved by your noble sacrifice, and they all land. And now you're able to safely
Okay.
drop down.
Get down.
You land on the ground, and you hear a hissing from above. Well
Just
done.
flip off the spider.
But you notice that the air is quite stale down here.
When you
some of
said
it's
so,
burnt away.
when you said the spider was hissing, was he also coughing because of the smoke?
Smoke him out.
The spider doesn't seem to mind the smoke. And it seems that there's some sort of gas or something in the air, and
Sorry about
the 3 of you start to
I was nervous.
drift off.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do I breathe? I'm dead. Do I?
No, you don't breathe. You're right. So you're fine.
Do I also breathe?
No, you do not.
Woo!
So you two are fine.
Yeah!
You two start to drift
I high
off.
five you like 6 times above my arms.
I'm gonna take a nap real quick, guys.
As you high five, you notice that there are spider webs on your arms where there weren't any before. They've just sort of appeared. And as you watched, everyone seems to slowly get covered in spider webs, and you just lose consciousness.
Gross.
A rustic farmhouse out in the countryside. Beautiful rolling golden fields on either sides. You, 3 of you, are chickens. The 4th is a young boy. who is playing with the chickens, but suddenly stops. And Jackalo, wait, not Jackalo, Jerry Mander.
Uh-huh.
Before you,
I know that.
you are playing with your chickens in your yard, your family farm.
Wonderful. I remember this.
Um,
I had multiple chickens, and here's 3 in front of me.
what are their names?
Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Okay, where did you get that from?
Shotgun Louie.
What are you doing with the chickens?
I'm chasing them around,
Mm-hmm.
sitting on the ground, watching them peck at the dirt.
Mm-hmm. You
Also,
got some corn. You find you've got some corn in your pocket.
yeah, and they're chasing me around as well, I guess, because of that. So
Okay.
we're playing tag. I didn't have many friends growing up.
Aw.
The rest of you are blissfully peaceful in this beautiful idyllic.
Can I think really hard, like pick, and see if the chicken picks?
Can you give me a skill check?
I mean, it's a chicken. It's pecking anyway.
But
It doesn't do a whole lot of...
you
Head snaps off.
you try and force your will, and you sort of get this shimmering, but it sort of it corrects itself, and you're returning to just bok-bokking around as you were before.
Fucking.
A man with a big black beard, sort of stalks out of the farmhouse nearby, moving purposefully towards the kitchen. He says, "Get away, Jerry. It's time for us to get some dinner." And
Yes, Papa.
and he grabs Huey.
Huey,
by the
no!
neck, and
It's you.
I think pick.
and your father
Mhm.
says, "Don't worry, won't be long," and starts walking off towards the room that he sometimes goes into with the chickens, and they never come back. Just
Right.
before you have dinner.
He sets them free. You know, every day before we have our delicious meaty meal.
Your
Yeah.
fried chicken meal.
I don't think it's chicken.
There, Huey lets out a gawk, and it catches your eyes, and there's this look of fear in Huey's eyes.
There's a tear rolling. I thought we were friends.
I follow Papa to the shed.
Okay, are you gonna do it stealthily, or are you gonna sneak after him, or are you gonna make it obvious? to him?
I'll do it stealthily.
Okay. You follow him in, and he goes inside, and you peek through one of the windows, and there's a old wooden stump with some sort of red goo on it, maybe jam.
Yeah, probably
Be jam. But your father pulls out a large butcher's knife and puts Huey's head
The jam knife.
on the thing
gonna
and
make some chicken
lifts
jam.
it up.
Chicken jam.
You realize that he's going to kill Huey
Huh?
all of a sudden.
I start panicking. I scream no.
You scream no.
Papa!
Not like this.
Huey is my friend!
He says, "Go back inside, boy. He's not your real friend, you simpleton."
He is my only friend!
He
I refuse to go back inside.
He looks you in the eye and just raises the chopping knife up.
I try to climb through the window because it seems like a faster route than the door, which is next to it.
Give me a skill check. So you climb through this window.
Worthy attempt.
Worthy attempt. You make it through. You do a roll, but manage to catch yourself, and you land crouched on the ground.
I feel like a real hero.
Your dad's sort of just staring at you, shocked.
Let him go, Papa!
We gotta eat, son.
Then eat this! And I pull the corn out of my pocket.
I just gotta clarify something. Are the other chickens following?
They're watching what's going on.
I
This
have
is
been
the sort
carrying
of-
corn around. I wouldn't put it past them.
They're all watching with bated breath. What's gonna happen to you?
I'm seeing that he's not going for the corn in my pocket. I hurl it at his face.
Oh, he drops the knife and is
And
dazed.
I grab Huey and try and run away.
Okay, make a skill check to run from it.
Okay. Worthy attempt.
With the attempt, you make it out the door. The other chickens were listening at the door, and they're startled by what's going on. What's your plan now? You're in the courtyard.
I'm not a smart boy. I pick the chicken up and I hurl it and say, "Fly free!" And because it's a chicken, it just kind of slowly falls back to the ground.
Yeah.
There's a lot of flapping though.
Yeah, there's a lot of feathers in the air now, though. I try and shoo it away. I'm running
You're
away
shooing
with
away.
it. Yeah.
You've startled all the other chickens, and they're all now like running in every direction. Your father emerges from the house, and he's got a longbow with him,
Man, he's determined.
and he's aiming. He's now pulling back, aiming at Louis.
It's so
I'm chasing after Louis, trying to like make him sort of run to safety. Maybe I'm looking for a gate and a latch or something to free them.
And at this point, I'm thinking, Louis, fly, Louis, fly.
And I'm thinking, birds' rights, birds' rights.
Your father takes the shot, and the arrow sails through the air.
I try and get between the arrow and the chicken because I'm a dang hero.
Go ahead and make a skill check.
Do you do like a Secret Service dive in front of
Yeah.
it?
Excellent attempt.
You take an arrow to your flank,
Ooh,
and everything goes black.
Papa!
And our parents suck.
The
just
four
really
of
prefer
you
pork.
are in a room once more, lying around. Let me just read this because it's been a very long time since I wrote this. I'm just going to read this out. As your eyes readjust, you find yourself in the center of a circular room. Around you are 8 pillars. On the top of each is some form of headgear. A crown, a mage's circlet, a simple metal band, a cloth veil, an ancient helm, an ebony mask, a conical cap, and a filigree coil.
What is that?
Yeah, what is a filigree coil?
Filigree is like very fine
Like
metal lattice work.
Like an elf thing?
Yeah, it looks a bit like a...
It's an elf.
It's an elf thing. It's an elf thing. You want to
Some elf
understand.
stuff.
It doesn't
It's an elf
violate,
garbage.
doesn't violate any copyright, but it is very similar to elves.
I don't think elves are copywritten.
Well,
Some elf stuff?
Elf.
ALF?
Yeah, yeah.
I think that one
From
might
the
be
sitcom. Notice there's no cats around?
Yes, just think about
a voice echoes from the shadows, resonating around the chamber. 8 helms here rest upon the stones. Seek the one that stands alone, the vilest relic of the 8, forged of magic, death, and hate. Except it is a more hissy voice. I should have mentioned it was the hissy voice similar to the spider from
Can you say
before.
that again?
8 helms here rest upon the stones. Seek the one that stands alone, the vilest relic of the 8, forged of magic, death, and hate.
It's got to be that ebony one, right?
Or the dunce cap.
That's what I was thinking.
I would have gone with
Humiliation.
the crown.
The crown.
Yeah.
Well, my first instinct upon seeing this room was to just take the crown before even hearing like, any. So I was already heading towards the crown, and then.
What?
Yeah. Wait.
The king's crown is encrusted with jewels. But do you want me to give me a check to see if you... What are you going to try and determine about this thing?
Will it fit on his head?
It's monetary value.
Its monetary value.
Is it real
okay,
gold?
Go ahead and give me a skill
You
check.
could bite it.
Excellent attempt. Yeah, I like
Excellent
to
attempt.
just bite the crown as well
Um,
without taking it off its thing.
The jewels
Candy
are...
crown.
The jewels are real.
Yep.
You don't recognize this design, but it appears to be made of a valuable metal and encrusted with real jewels. You can't get any sense of any magical energy coming from it, and you notice one of the spikes has blood on the tip.
Can you say the headgear again?
All 8 of them.
Yes.
You did this to yourself.
A crown,
Yeah.
a mage's circlet,
Mm-hmm.
a simple metal band, a cloth veil, an ancient helm, an ebony mask, a conical cap, and a filigree coil.
I would like to inspect the conical cap, please.
Give me a skill check.
Worthy attempt.
It doesn't appear to have any magical things. It's got the letter D inscribed upon it. It feels like it'll do something if you put it on.
Yeah, I put that on Jackalow.
It has the effect
hold on.
of making him look stupid.
So
no effect. It does nothing.
Actually,
no changes. You still look
Socially,
just
it
as
changes
stupid
everything.
before.
But...
I look at my reflection in the crown, and I think, I think I look smarter. Actually,
It averages out to be a little bit higher.
yeah.
Do you have
The dunce is a step
dunce
up.
cap on top of your top hat?
Yeah, I am wearing a top hat,
Uh-huh.
so you just put it over there.
Or you put the dunce cap under the top hat, so there's now a dunce cap at the top hat on top.
I did give you permission to remove my hat.
You don't know what's under
You
there.
didn't know I was going to put the dunce cap on you either. You just did it.
Are there any doors?
So
or anything?
No doors in this room.
nothing happened except.
Nothing happened except you looking a bit dumber. Dumb.
Perfect.
Well, I mean,
Dumbish.
I see this and I'm like, I take the crown and just put it in my jacket pocket.
Oh, no.
Crown. So you got the crown now.
Yeah.
Okay. There are now 6 helms in the room.
I shout out, "Hey, look at that ebony mask," and then I take the crown.
Okay, I look at the ebony mask.
At the center of the mask, it's sort of like a masquerade style mask.
Okay.
But designed to stay on. It is made of ebony,
Uh-huh.
so it's heavy.
Yeah.
But you could sit it on your face and it wouldn't fall off. Sort of.
Do I detect
held in
any sort of
place.
magic on it?
Yes. At the center, it has the symbol of the witch hunters, which is a sword breaking a summoning circle. That's what their sign looks like. Give me a skill check to investigate it.
Worthy attempt.
You hold it, you move it around a bit in your hands,
Mhm.
and as you do, you notice that looking through the eye holes, you're not holding it up against your face, but you can just see through the eye holes that things look a little bit different, a little bit duller, a little bit bluer when you just through the eyes.
I think I will attempt to fit it around my face.
Yep, it fits perfectly.
Even
That's
around
crazy.
my beak?
Yeah,
Crafted
it's insane.
for you.
the rest of you see it sort of shift in shape slightly
Oh.
to
It's
fit.
like
To accommodate a giant
yeah.
It fits like a mask.
It's like one of those masks.
3 of the helms are glowing.
Ooh.
The simple metal band, the twisted coil, and the ancient-looking helm.
Guys, 3 of these masks are glowing.
Which out of those 3?
I'm gonna
I
check
was
out
gonna
the.
go for the simple.
Oh, I was gonna check out the ancient. You go first.
Oh, okay. I do that.
What were you checking out?
I
Sorry?
just grab it. The simple metal.
Okay.
band.
Just grab it.
Yeah.
Oh no!
On closer inspection, it has a slight scale pattern to it. Can you give me a skill check to investigate it?
Hold it real close to my face. Excellent attempt.
There appears to be blood on the inside of the coil, but like smatterings of blood, but nothing on the outside.
Tasty. I'll put it on.
Oh no!
You put it on, and it starts to spring to life. Those scales become more pronounced, and it lets off a hiss. And it's clear now that its snake's head and tail appears
Cool.
that are wrapped around each other, and they start to coil around each other, and the ring starts
Take
to
it off.
tighten. You cannot take it off.
Can I cut the top of my head, my scalp off?
It's pretty tight.
It's pretty
now.
squishy. Up
That's disappointing.
Yeah,
Am I seeing anything different?
Can I just like slaw
Yes,
it
so
off?
it's hissing and it's coiling tighter and tighter every second that passes. It immediately tightened as soon as you put it on. You can attempt to rip it off with a strength
Yeah, I'll
check.
do that.
Go ahead.
Fumble. Can I reroll?
You can reroll if you've got a vigor check.
I do. Excellent attempt. I just ripped my top of my head off.
Rip the top of your head off.
There goes the
it
rest
is-
of my hair. It's gone now.
It's incredibly painful. There's a lot of blood.
Very old blood.
You take
Yeah.
6 damage.
That's okay.
And it hurts like
Okay, guys, this is a bad one. My
Okay.
scalp is attached to it. Can I counterattack? Because I got that. Can I just smash it?
You can smash it if you want.
Yeah,
How
do
much
that.
damage does it
Oh,
do?
rage!
4.
It
1, 2,
strikes
3,
it,
4,
but
5.
it does nothing other than uncoil a little and return to its original state.
But maybe if Jackalope puts it on.
Can I pull my scalp out of it and try and put it back
You
on
can
my head?
reattach it as best you can.
Do I have the healing oil?
You do have the
still?
healing oil, so you can...
I'd like to pour the healing oil into your...
Yeah, just like
Massage it onto her.
Just
yeah.
right in the top.
Yeah.
I just want to look real suspiciously at this healing oil.
I've had this for ages.
It's almond juice. How much
Looks
does that
familiar.
give?
How much does it heal for? Because I don't have the card.
It should be in your item pouch
don't-
there, isn't it?
No.
No? Nothing there?
My
Can it
item
heal me
pouch.
for 6?
I think, didn't it do...
It was either 4 or
It
5.
was, yeah, 4 or
I
5.
think you flipped over
We
like
could
a
just-
special card as well.
Oh, that
Yeah,
was
the
a counterattack.
Oh yeah,
she
it's a counterattack to
smacks
the inanimate object.
Jake, you were going to look at...
We should just listen to the
Golem.
entire previous episodes to find out.
How much it was.
Have you used it before? You have used
We
it
used
once,
it a couple
right?
times.
Yeah, we've used it a bunch of times.
Okay, let's just say... I've got a
oh,
spare
hell
one
yeah.
in here somewhere, but let's just say it recovers 5 life.
Email in and tell us how much health that item recovers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Play along at home.
Frenzyquestions@gmail.com.
Yeah, let's say 5 life for now.
Okay, thank you.
Like, pour it straight into just the open
Yeah.
skull top.
Yeah.
Nice.
So the
I walked
skull
on in
sort of
disgust.
knits back together again.
Can I go and check out this ancient helm? Just
Mhm.
examine it.
The outside is rusting away, while on the inside the metal appears freshly forged, perhaps even warm to the touch.
Can I touch it and see if it feels warm? Can I feel warmth?
You can sense it. I wouldn't say feel it, but you sense it.
Like emotionally.
All right, I'll
Put it on.
try and put it on then.
Yes.
Okay. You put it on, and it feels warm to the touch, but not uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Well, obviously you don't really feel it, but yeah.
There's something in my head.
Sensors are detecting slight warmth. But small cracks and small pieces of damage in your face from years of wear start to re-knit and recover.
Cool.
Oh, we should put that on Bog's head.
Oh my god.
What would happen? Would I become a person?
Let's find out. Can you take it off?
I don't want to.
Rude.
Yeah.
No, I'll take it off and put it on Bog's head. Just
Okay.
to see.
Are you
I
gonna?
pick her up and just like put it on. Like,
Is this a skill competition you're trying
Yeah,
to?
I'm like wriggling away.
Okay.
Alright.
I
Are
like
you
my
gonna force
squishy
the
blood and body.
helmet on her?
Do I pull it?
Yeah, you have to reshuffle your
Oh, you
cards
need
first.
to-
You really
I don't want
wanna-
to be a weak little human like you guys.
Hey,
But-
I'm not a human.
sorry, a
Rude?
weak
Yeah.
little living person.
Jerry's the closest to a human that's...
Worthy attempt.
Excellent attempt.
Excellent attempt. You don't have any vigor cards left, do you,
I have a
Bog?
charm. Can I like wink at him with my one eye and try to convince him
You can
not to?
you can plead with him not to do it.
Can
If-
charm
what are you
also
going to say to him?
be a intimidation?
Yes.
You can
Okay.
intimidate him.
So when I took the helm off, did the crack start to reappear?
No.
Okay.
It did not.
Okay. Well, if you don't want it on, I'm not going to put it on.
I just feel like it'd be less useful if I was alive, you know?
Well, you
Okay.
just ripped off part of
Wait,
your
wait,
scalp.
wait.
And it reattached. I can do that.
Do we still have skeleton face?
Yes, I pull him out of my.
Whoa, okay.
Do we
You
want
got
to
the
bring
lich.
Lich back
I think
to
that's a
life?
bad idea.
I mean-
I turn his, what do you think?
We could bring him back and kill him straight away.
What does the Lich think is a good
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
I have no idea what is going to happen if you do this, and I can't believe that you're
We're considering
suggesting
this. Listen,
this.
it's been a weird day.
I mean,
We want to kill him. We have to go
No, we
somewhere.
don't want to...
Well, if we
I mean, we do, but we don't. Like, we want to kill him for good. not-
Okay.
if we put it on,
Temporarily.
wait, we could test on me because if we put it on, will it make him a human, like a living person again?
No idea. Only one way to find out.
Wait, would that turn you back into a human?
wouldn't turn him
I've already
into a
got a
bird.
mask on, so no need to find that one out.
What happens if you just like put it around an arm or something? Like, does it have to go on your head?
you can give it a go.
I fist the.
There's other ways to describe
Yeah,
that,
that's what I do.
The old jacket splat. You
I
jacket
fist the
splat that
helmet
helmet.
and see what happens.
You can feel the warmth dim as you put the hand in. It sort of starts to reknit some of the more recent cracks in your hand for a fraction of a second before the warmth fades.
Does it make my hand like not rotten, or does it just reknit wounds? Wounds?
It only does it for a few. It only starts doing anything for a few seconds, not
Okay.
long enough to make a determination.
Well, I'm still holding a
Crown.
severed arm that is like
It's badly
burnt.
scorched.
It's
Yes.
badly scorched. Let's test it on that.
This.
It seems that now that it's not on a
All right.
head, it doesn't seem to be doing anything.
Let's just put it on real quick for like 5 seconds.
Just real quick.
Real quick, and then just yank it off if I look too alive.
Okay.
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 Alright.
You place it on your head, and sure enough, the cracks in your skin, the sort of decay,
No.
starts to reverse, but very slowly.
Oh, okay. Do I get my 1 extra health back, or?
Yes, you get your 1 extra health
Does it?
back. You're
I
back to
only
full health.
get-
Just reshuffle
Oh,
your
okay.
life cards if you're fully healed.
Did I get health back?
No, because you weren't injured on the head.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh.
Man,
Aw.
that's rough.
That's very specific.
So there are more helmets left.
Yeah.
Whoa, so if I just leave this on, will I just have like a human head on a rotten body?
It's appearing to. It almost does it in a. Reversing it in the order that the damage was dealt, and so
Ah.
it's taking a while
Alright.
for anything
Oh,
to
right.
happen.
So you can't heal yourself, but you're gonna have to. It seems like it could be like days or weeks for it to be
Yes.
a
Right.
human.
Okay.
The Lich says, I theorize that because I've been dead for centuries, it's unlikely to do anything for quite a while.
Alright.
Okay. Do
But
we?
interesting theory. We should test this further at some point.
I'll save it for a rainy day.
Is the spider watching? Because we just pulled out like the
2
leader.
crowns, yeah.
Oh, yeah! I shoved it back in my chest.
This you can look at the roof and see if
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I look up at the
also,
fire.
are there torches around?
there are torches around.
Flare!
yes.
I would like to do a flare. Just
The spider hates us.
Yet again, the spider is like,
How you
I'm
doing
still
there?
here. I've repeated the riddle like twice already. I'm clearly still here.
Okay, but what were the helmets again?
we
Do you really need me to go do it
figure-
again?
Is there any like?
I want to look at the twisted one.
The twisted one?
I'm glad that we brought our joke skeleton head with us to see if this would
Classic
work.
prank.
The 8th, you're looking at the rippling coil.
Yeah.
The filigree coil. It's made of many twisted metal filigrees. Wearing it's... I didn't read that, but that's all there is to it.
Wearing it what? Wearing it what?
What are you going to
You
do?
haven't put anything on
He's
yet.
got a dunce cap on, but I think he should put on this twisted metal coil.
Filigree.
I think the crown's the answer.
What crown?
The one.
There was
There were
only
only
7.
7 when we got here.
My top hat is in the place where the crown was.
I approached like whoa, what is this?
So you've got a dunce cap on, your top hat's on the pillar.
Yeah, and the crown is like in my
Did you
jacket
do like
pocket.
an Indiana Jones switcheroo?
Yeah.
Like,
It was like
wanna
everyone
put
was
the-
mucking around with the other things.
I want to put the top hat on.
You want to...
I wonder what this one does.
Whoa!
I-
It's too powerful.
Do I see anything magical about the top hat?
It appears to make you look slightly less stupid by wearing it, but only by a small degree.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
It's
switch
very
hats with
tall.
the-
It's
the dunce
unnecessarily tall, that's for sure.
That top hat is way too tall. That's the mask saying this, not me.
Can I examine the veil? The cloth.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. It's. Do you want to give a skill check to? It looks sort of a bit like a wedding veil.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Fumble though, so
Doesn't seem to have any magical energy on it other than the magic of a wedding, I guess.
A beautiful joining of 2 souls.
which is the most powerful magic
Yeah.
there is.
And is it the vilest as well? Is the question.
I mean, honestly, when I was thinking about the riddle, I thought that was a close second.
So what helmets are left?
There is the
Coil.
filigree coil
Right.
that Jerry Birder has in his hand.
Okay.
Well,
You haven't put that on.
I did
You're looking
investigate
at it. There is the. I think that's everything. You've looked at everything.
We have the crown, but we
I
didn't
think
know what it
I
we
think
haven't looked
that
at the
one.
major circlet,
I think that one you've got is the next most expensive.
Would you like to wear it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
I hand it to Jackalow.
All right. I'll examine it. What is it? Can I
give me a
sense
skill.
any
Yeah, give me a skill check.
worthy attempt?
It's magical, that's for sure, but it's very hard to determine what kind.
I'll
It's sort
just pop off the dunce cap while you're doing this and put it on a pillow.
As you take off his hat, you notice that underneath the dunce cap are two huge twined horns going well above his head.
They were there to begin
Have
with.
you always had those?
Oh my god!
What did that hat do to you?
No, they've always been there.
They have always been there,
But we
but he's
didn't
always
know
had a
that.
top. He's
Yeah.
always had a super long top hat. So occasionally imps can have horns that are slight protrusions, but he seems to have very large horns for an imp. Or even
What's up
for
with
an
your weird
imp.
ears?
Hmm?
What's up with your weird ears, Jackalow?
Oh, yes, yeah. You never seen those before?
No.
I mean, they're not like
Is
bird
that like,
ears.
is that like a beak? Like a weird beak?
You're calling me weird.
You're the one with the beak sticking out of the top of your head.
All right, I will put this
Coil
coiled thing
on top
on.
of your head.
Yeah.
On top of the
As
horn.
soon as you put it on your
Over,
head,
loop it over.
It's like a hula hoop going around.
as soon as you put it on, you feel instantly drunk. And you immediately start stumbling.
So no change.
This is great. This is
It's
great,
hard to
you
hold
guys.
balance.
Oh
Give
my
me a
God.
skill check to remain upright. As you...
You know, I just want to say, I love you guys. You guys are my best friends.
Oh my god! Buck starts weeping. Finally.
Humble.
Yeah, you sort of just stumble over
Yeah, you
it for a
fumble.
bit, knock over one of the pillars.
Do I pass out?
You do not. You're still conscious, but you're feeling drunk as heck.
I-
You don't seem to be getting any more or less drunk as time goes on.
Oh, I reach into my jacket pocket and pull out a vial
Oh no.
and I down it, and I'm like, I'm getting drunker.
I thought you were gonna drink
Strangely,
oil or something.
strangely, you drink the the rest of you smell a strong scent of alcohol. This isn't soft stuff that it's drinking right here. But it
I mean, this
seems-
is stuff that I can also light on fire.
yeah. But it seems to have no effect. You're just as drunk as you were before. You're at the perfect. Some might describe as the perfect level of intoxication.
Oh, so I'll be really good at pool.
Well, not for every purpose, I'd say, but
I want to walk over and grab the crown out of his bag.
Hey, what? This is mine. I found that fair and square.
give me a skill check to grab the crown. Give me a skill check to not grab the crown, but pick two and get the worst of the two.
Disadvantage. Worthy attempt. Fumble.
Oh, fuck. Fumble.
Okay.
So
Can
we
I,
both
can I
fumble.
try and
Yeah, you can go for
reroll?
it. Bigger.
Worthy attempt.
Yeah, you grab the crown as he flops around.
Hey, that's my property.
All right. Well, so this is what we're doing. Put the crown on my head.
Okay. It does not appear to have any magical effect.
Do I look good?
You. What do you guys think? Does he look good with the crown?
He looks beautiful.
He looks like a thief.
I don't like it.
You don't
It's
like
too
it?
gaudy.
It's two against one. The other not looking good. Bog thinks
Wait,
you look
you
good,
said
but
it-
then
you
Bog
said it
thinks
was-
the dunce cap looks
Well,
good.
gives you 6 thumbs up.
Yeah.
Says you look great.
5. Someone's still got
Oh
your
yeah.
hand. Sorry.
The other one's just flopping.
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Jerry said I look gaudy, so I'm going to take that as a compliment.
Gaudy.
No. Gaudy.
Oh, gaudy.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we're trying to find the worst one.
Mm-hmm.
The worst one seems to be the one that pulled my head off,
The
right?
snakes.
Does seem bad.
We
Yeah.
haven't tried the veil yet, though.
Yeah, there's...
I'll put that one on.
You feel
Do I
a little
feel pretty?
beautiful, I
Yeah.
guess.
Alright.
Like a brushing
I
bride.
pull the veil back and I say, "This isn't the one, guys."
I
I
like
still
this.
think the crown is the worst
I
one.
like the drunk one.
I
You
feel
are
like
still wearing it, so of course you like
he's having
it.
a great
I
time.
like I think this one might actually be the most expensive one. I'm going to keep this one.
Do you need me to repeat the riddle?
Yes, please.
8 helms here rest upon the stones. Well, rested upon the stones.
They're just strewn
Seek
about
the one
now.
that stands alone, the vilest relic of the 8, forged of magic, death, and hate.
So it has to be one of the magical ones.
So I think we have to leave only one on the
All right.
pillars.
So I knock all the other ones onto the ground, and I'll just put the snake one. On.
Okay. Very good. You hear
Ah!
the voice. And yet again, you feel the webs crawling up your hands.
I'm gonna fight it this time.
Okay.
I want to keep my mask.
I start.
Yeah, I want to keep
swinging the axe.
mine.
Give me a skill check to fight off the webs.
Excellent attempt.
Excellent attempt. So you fight it off as long as you can. The others quickly succumb and just.
I like pull the webs up. Oh, like a nice cozy coat.
Okay, so I want to try and like cover the crowd.
You want to keep on.
Okay, so
veil.
this is your goal, is to keep the crowd
Yeah,
after
yeah.
the thing. Okay, so you're holding on tight. You're just gonna like lock your joints.
Yeah. I was like click, click. So it's like
Can I shove the
unmovable.
veil inside my chest cavity?
Okay, you just now wearing
No,
the
she's
veil.
now blood rushing blood. Blushing bride.
You're out of it.
I want to try to get my top hat and put it on over the circlet as well.
I try and put the dunce cap on top of the top
Okay.
before I come.
Everyone give me a skill check except for Golem, seeing as Golem's
Excellent attempt.
already.
Fumble.
Excellent attempt.
Okay, so you're hiding can you give me just you're at disadvantage
Disadvantage?
because you're intoxicated, so give me one more.
Utter failure.
Oh
I'm afraid this is bad news.
Uh-oh.
You pull your top hat down and your horns just rip through the top of it.
Oh no!
And then you fall unconscious. What was you got an excellent attempt. Well, and you just
I just
shoving
want-
the veil.
yeah, I
You're
want that
shoving the
veil.
You've successfully implanted the veil in your chest cavity.
I think this is a good place to take a little pause.
Mm-hmm.
So find out what happens when we, I guess, wake up or come back to consciousness next week on Bird Story. Definitely the final name.
Well, next two weeks.
Whenever it is that we post it, look
Yeah.
forward to it. It'll be another episode.
Yeah.
If you can tell us what you think of this. So email frontseatquestion@gmail.com or tweet at us at frontseatcast, I think. You know all the stuff. And we'll be back in a couple weeks. Bye!
Hashtag kick golem.
Nice Beksinski
It
art.
was
There's the...
episode 5, the Jack and Splat.
Oh my God.
The chicken splat.
You guys took a real long time to catch on to why you shouldn't be saying that.
And then we just kept saying it.
Kept saying it. You're like, Jack and Splat? Jack, what's wrong with Jack and Splat? Oh.
It was some dominoes of oh.
Nothing wrong.
All right.
with good chicken splat.
Okay.
Nothing wrong. It was the most successful Jack and Splat I think we've ever done.
Perfectly healthy for combat
Yeah.
encounters.
Yeah.
I'm so glad this is getting recorded so that I have evidence when one of you gets convicted of a sex crime.
You were involved in the Jack and Splat.
Yeah.
No one
I
is
was
innocent.
I was a prisoner
I mean,
of
the
Jack and Splat.
Jack and Splat was heading in your direction.
That's right. I'm a victim of
It was
it.
thrust
I was
upon you.
targeted.
Yeah.
Didn't we do it twice?
Oh no.
You took a lot of damage. Wait, no.
I almost died doing
Broke
it.
your legs.
Took like half my
You're
life.
horribly injured.
One Jack and Splat and you're almost taken
I know.
out entirely.
But it was a great success.
All right, everyone ready?
Yep.
Okay.